Hello, everyone. Yay, it's today. We are here, day one. Let me just make sure we're going live in the right group. There we are. My goodness. All right. I can't tell you how excited I am for today. I have been going through this day in my mind for a bit. I've done a number of launches, I've done a number of trainings. So, learning how to always bring you guys some greater awareness, some more learnings, always good. Hey, Heather. Hello, hello. Make sure you click on the StreamYard link above so I can see, because right now, if I look on Facebook, I could probably see, but right now I just see Facebook user for those who don't allow StreamYard to see your name. So I want to be able to say, hey, Heather. But right now I see Facebook user. So Kimber and Laura, welcome, ladies. So excited to have you here. Everybody, say hello, please. Introduce yourself. That's only the polite thing to do. I hope you're in for some really great energy over these next 3 days. And I have a little surprise for you at the end of the week, where you're going to learn even more, which I have not spoke about, I have not talked about, but you will love, love, love it. So be ready for today, because when you immerse yourself in the energy of what you're going to learn and in the energy of all the other fellow people who are here, you will up level. You will take away such great insight and such good learnings from all of it. Hello, beautiful. I'm so excited. Good. I'm so excited you're here as well. Guys, I was nervous for today. That is so weird. I've been teaching this stuff for a while now, but I was nervous. I was like, why do I have such nervous energy? I totally accept it. It's just because I really want you guys to learn so much from this. It is my truest desire to have you leave these 3 days and be like, wow, I learned something, and up level in whatever it is you need up leveling in, whether that's your results, your emotional state of life, greater love, joy, abundance, all that prosperity brings, then this is for you. So I want you to get your pen and paper. Do you have your workbook printed? Do you have the workbook? Comment workbook if you still need the workbook. I did put the link to download it, so make sure you have the workbook. Eden, I'm so glad you're ready. I'm really ready too, girl. Make sure you have your workbook. Make sure you mute your phone and close off all the other tabs. Why? We are habitually multitaskers. Absolutely, we want to do all the things at once, but that's actually how we stay trapped in the same way we always do things. When you put your focus is actually one of our higher faculties. When we learn how to focus in on what it is we want and what we're paying attention to, your insights and your learnings are greater. And you will also be contributing to the energetic shift that you will feel as well. So no distractions, have everything open, and we're ready to go. Couple just house cleaning things. I posted the homework up above. Make sure you're posting your homework in there. Share with me what you're learning, so that I can also help coach you on that as well if you need it. And just sharing that greater insight, right? We all learn from each other. Sorry, late signing up. I'll have to get the workbook. No worries. Absolutely no worries. We can get that to you. And if you can't print it out, what I always suggest is just getting a notebook or a piece of paper and writing your answers on that. But why not just answer them in your head? Why not? Why? Because writing causes thinking. Thinking creates images. Images create emotions. Emotions change behavior. Right. So it's important to actually do the work, to write it down. There's a connection in your brain that happens there that I want you to take advantage of. Pen and paper is my jam. Good. I'm glad, Heather. We've done a lot of writing, haven't we? All recordings will be up till Tuesday. So you have till Tuesday to watch them. And if you want to invite anybody else in, by all means, please feel free to invite people to this. Is open for everybody. Share the recordings and just rewatch them if you need them. They'll be there till Tuesday, and then they come down for good. I am doing a VIP session on Friday. I did this with one of my last trainings, actually last two trainings, and it's always an amazing hit. What it is we do a private Zoom, and I literally am going to do PowerPoint slides on all the things that I've been talking about. So you're going to learn, you're going to see it visually. Like ask any one of my clients that are in here how much the visuals help in understanding what's going on. Why are we still where we don't want to be? Why are things not changing for us? But when you understand how the mind and body works together to create your behavior change or the manifestations you want, that prosperity being attracted to you, seeing the visuals really do help. So much, Kimber, right? Yes. So make sure that when I announce, I'll put the VIP registration in the links. I'll send it out in email. You guys can register for that. And it's more intimate. And we get like a hot seat coaching, which is really lovely because if you have questions you really want answered, they'll happen there. So oh my gosh, I've grown so much. Wyona, you're hilarious. I love you. I love you. So can you imagine what it would be like if you stopped working so hard? Stopped hustling so hard to change your behavior? How would that shift in your life? What if you stopped comparing yourself to others and you actually saw success as proof of your manifestations, a proof of potential within you, a proof of the desires that are there, and God or the universe saying, see, it's on its way, instead of being like, I can't have it. What if you started to look at life that way? What if you became a biggest cheerleader in people's lives instead of always looking at the negative? What if you could slow down the negative chatter in your head and actually let go of it? You could learn to witness it without being attached to it. How would that change your life? Would it impact you in such a way that you would have more happiness, prosperity, that you'd start attracting things? Absolutely. Absolutely, it would. And that is what has happened to me. And that is what has happened to my clients. My clients are on this chat right now. Why? Because they are fully invested into changing their lives. They know the power of this material. They know how it has changed them. And once you learn it, you can't unlearn it. You can't go back because it completely transforms who you are, and you continually up-level yourself and up-level yourself to greater joy and greater confidence that truly comes from within. So my name's Catherine Arkema. I am a transformational mind coach. I help people release the chains of negative thinking, limiting beliefs, habitual habits that keep them stuck so that they can enjoy greater abundance, prosperity, and joy in their life so that they feel filled with confidence that comes from the inside and radiates outward. So if you're ready, let's start with day one in awareness. A little bit more about me. Let me tell you a little bit of story about me. If you're new to who I am and to any of my trainings, let me tell you my story, my backstory. How did I actually get here to be sitting here with you? Well, believe it or not, I was a graphic designer and a brander for 20 years. I spent 10 years working in corporate, in the professional world. And then I went out and I started my own business. I had young kids at home. I raised 3 kids. I did designing on the side. I had incredible clients. I worked with big brands. I worked with the Property Brothers. I worked for big retails, Lowe's, Home Depot. I've done all that stuff. And something was missing. Something was really missing inside. I know now it's my higher level values and qualities that were being unfulfilled. I was what they call an unconscious competent. I didn't know how I was having the success. Everything just always came to me. When I wanted a new client showed up. When I wanted to make 6 figures, boom, I was making 6 figures. But that confidence didn't transmute into other areas of my life, and it was frustrating. I didn't understand why. And you will, after today, you'll understand why that had happened. So enter in network marketing. I got into network marketing. I took off like a rocket. I loved it. And then something happened. My attitude changed. And as my attitude changed, so did my results. And I started to do a nosedive. And my confidence went down. I didn't know what I was doing wrong because truthfully, I was doing all the same strategies, but it wasn't working. It was inside of me. The change that happened was in me. And I went from attracting a whole bunch of positive results to attracting a whole bunch of negative results. And so it didn't matter what strategy I was using. I manifested it. And what you're going to learn today is that your thoughts, actions, feelings, they all are going to come back to you in your life. And we're going to learn that today and how to control that. So enter my mentor, Bob Proctor, who showed me what was going on. And it was like somebody threw me a life preserver for my life. My eyes were opened up and I was so thankful that I wrote on a goal card, I wanted to become a coach. And little did I know, a year and a half later, I would have left behind my entire design career to become a coach and mentor others in this same journey. And then now it is my life passion to see my clients just excel and change what's going on in their life because they've changed what's going on up here. And because of that, everything else changes. So let's get started on day one of awareness. For some of you, this may be new. This is new information. And some of you, you've never heard it before. It's like all new. And some of you are like, oh, old hat. But here's the thing. You may know this already. You may know it already. You may study it, but you may be still feeling stuck in some certain areas. I actually work with coaches. I work with coaches because coaches even need coaches. And you may get it consciously, but there's still areas in your heart that you're going to be stuck. And so let's just go through the journey of bringing everybody up to speed on our awareness of how our thoughts are actually manifesting in our life. And why are we getting the results we're still getting? So my daughter asked me what we were going to talk about, and I'm mixing in today a little bit of what I've learned from NLP. So I'm a certified neuro-linguistic practitioner and hypnotherapist, and that deals a lot with the mind. But I'm also certified with Bob Proctor, which is more of a spiritual side of things, how to manifest things into your life. And it's a real combination of both. And so if this is the first time you're hearing this, yes, you are a spiritual being living in a physical body with an intellect. Some people like to call it energy. Call it what you want. I really don't care. But you are this source of energy, and it is all around us, and it is playing into your life. You are attracting the results into your life that you are in harmony with. And so what I want to do today is help open you up to how to change what you're attracting, what the same circumstances over and over and over again are happening, and that habitual thought pattern that keeps running in our mind. Most people think of manifestation and quantum leaps as, I just think positive. Yay! Did you get that? So people are thinking positively, but in their heart, they have so much hesitation, resistance, lack, limitation. There's so much scarcity there that it's not just about thinking or just thinking like, oh, I'm positive, or speaking those positive words, but you've got to embody it. You've got to embody the prosperity that you want to see in your life. And prosperity just doesn't mean money. It's greater joy, greater abundance, greater love, greater happiness, fulfillment. All of those things are prosperity. And prosperity in the terms of abundance and finances is extremely, extremely attracted to positivity, but the embodiment of it, not the fear of it. And most people have big money blocks. They're afraid of money. They have old beliefs about money. And we'll go into that tomorrow. We have these deep-seated blocks, these old programs that are an undertone that run in our life. And sometimes people don't even recognize them. The big ones, they're really easy to spot. Say yes if you've got some big ones that are there. Procrastination, overthinking. Like, what are your big one? What's the big one that you're like, yep, that's it for me? I would love to see it in the comments down below. What is the big thing for you that that's that negative that's always there, right? Is it that you won't succeed? Is that money is hard to earn? Is it that you can't have a healthy relationship with the body that you love? You can't be healthy? There's always something there. But there's also these undercurrents, these little things that are going on. And until you start this work, you may not even realize it. You may not even realize it. Not worthy, procrastination for sure. It's all going to fall apart. Fear. Yep. More money means less time with my family. These are all negative beliefs that we have, negative thoughts, and we're really emotionally involved with them. Actually, procrastination and a lack of consistency. Absolutely. And we can fix procrastination actually and lack of consistency by changing the emotional connection with the imagery that's behind it. So, a lot of us going to change habits through force. You can't actually change behavior through force. You change behavior through state. And state is your emotional behavior. Okay? So, we're going to work on that. Okay. So, let me get back to this. We have this negative undercurrent, this really negative tone that's there. And when you get going in this program, when you get learning this stuff, you start to see it. And it's not like a big bomb that goes off that says, bah, I'm doing everything wrong. I remember standing at my kitchen counter the one time, and all of a sudden I thought, oh, I'm going to do a training. I'm going to do something. It was something. And all of a sudden there was like this little voice that said, yeah, but that won't work. And I was like, what the heck? Where did that come from? No, this is going to work. And that's even more reason why I'm going to proceed forward. It's that little undercurrent of negative chatter that's always there. It's subtle and it needs changing. It will talk about why things aren't going to work. It's going to debate you on everything. It's going to tell you should do it later and not now. All of that, all of those stories that we have running there, that is blocking us. And our mind is just a reflection of our programming. So our mind is going to say, well, given the past, I'm going to look through this database and I'm going to show you every circumstance where this didn't work before. And if you're programmed to look for the negative, it's going to find the negative. But once you start to learn how to look for the positives, I've done it before, I can do it again. Have you ever said that to yourself? How often? Or did you go to, oh, I don't know, right? And what we fall back on is what's going to come and keep showing up. Let me put it you this way. How many of you raise a hand, do a little hand emoji if you're a parent. And if you're not a parent, and you have parents and you've heard this, obviously you have parents. Give me like the thumbs up. Okay, so no. Right off the bat, what comes out of your mouth is no. Can I do this? Can I have that? No. And then you're like, wait, why did I say that? Why did I say no? Right? Or why did they say no? They just said no because it's what? A habit. It's a habit. How you do one thing is how you do everything. The negative blocks show up in your life, not just in the success of your business, but in all areas of your life. In one of our sessions in our training, we do our knowing doing gap. And when people are like, I have a really hard time, maybe they're not in business, or, I'm really having a hard time seeing where the block is in that area, I tell them to go look at another area of life, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you find yourself instantly saying, no, why did I do that? Because that same block is going to show up when you say, I'm going to go do that live. And it may not come up as the instant no, but it will come up with that same negative undertone. Our brain is just programmed to say, here you go, more of the same, more of the same, more of the same. And we need to change that. So how do we change that? That's why we're all here today. That is my job, is to help you understand how to change this. And if I can give anything to you over these next 3 days, and then the VIP, is to understand how your brain works and how your emotions work and how you're attracting things into your life. Very powerful. Awesome. Hi, Kiona. Hi, Tara. Hi, Kelsey. Lots of you here. So great to see all you guys. Okay. So our mind, how does it work? Well, we have our body, and our body is an instrument of our mind. You are not your body. You are not your body. Your body is just a tool. It's actually the manifestation of movement of the mind. And when I said what your mind is, what is your mind? Where is your mind? What is it? Do you think of the brain? Yeah, you do, right? But it's not. Your brain's not your mind. Your brain is just the electronic switching station. Your mind gives it the orders. The brain fires the charge. Your body follows. So what is the mind? Good question, right? Nobody's ever seen the mind. And that's the thing. To be able to change our results, we need to change the mind. We need to understand the mind. Your mind is made up of two parts. So all my clients are like, I know this. If you've been watching me for a while, you're like, I know this too. I will continue to hammer this home. Your mind is made of two parts. You have your conscious mind, which is your thinking mind. It is the part that's going to debate everything. It is the part where you become book smart. But let me ask you a question. If you became so book smart at something and you know it in your mind, how come it hasn't changed in your life? Right? We do this when we read all the books. We do all the self-help stuff. I read the book. How many of you have read the book? I've read the book. I've read the book. I've read the book. What's changed? You've held it in your conscious mind. Your conscious mind is linear thinking. It thinks in language. It's just information, fact, fact, fact. And its whole goal is survival. It is also where your five senses live. I like to put the little antennas behind my head. Your five senses live. See, hear, smell, taste, touch, right? Survival. It's where you survey the land and say, oh, I'm in trouble because maybe I don't have enough money to keep my business afloat. Or this relationship is really not going the way I want. Or I look at my body and I go, oh no. It's all the information flooding in through our senses. It's just picking them up and giving feedback, relaying it back. Your conscious mind can accept ideas and reject them. Yep, I like that. Nope, I don't. Right? You instantly can do that. But what's this other part of our mind? It's our subconscious mind, or some of us like to refer to it too as an unconscious part of your mind. And this is where the true nature of who you are lives. This is your emotional mind, your spirit, your soul, your energy. All of it lives within this subconscious mind. And it thinks in pictures. It thinks in emotional states. And its whole goal is safety. So I want you to catch something. Conscious mind is survival. Subconscious mind is safety, to protect you, to keep you safe. Survival means I am surveying the land. I'm going to be afraid or I'm going to attack. That is not what the subconscious mind wants to do. The subconscious mind goes, oh, but we're afraid of that, so we're not going to do that. It holds us back. The conscious mind can say, here's an opportunity to grow our business. Go out there and do it. I see all these other people doing it. So easy. And your subconscious mind says, but we can't do it. Right? And it's the subconscious mind that's controlling the show. 96 to 98% of your results come from your subconscious mind, the safety part of your mind. So to change results, you change the subconscious programming. You are a spiritual being living in a physical body with an intellect, and this intellect is causing havoc, overthinking, procrastination, negative stories on replay, and it's holding us back. What we need to become is the observer of the stories and not emotionally involved with them. To say, no. And we need to learn how to develop a new being of who we are, when we do day 3 and becoming a new version of ourselves. So that when the opportunity arises, the subconscious mind says, yeah, we're going to go do that. And you're completely in harmony with it. And there's no holding you back. You're on fire. You're able to do the things you always wanted to do before. This is the reason we hold ourselves back. Absolutely it is. Yep, read all the books. Kimber, me too. I still love books, but I take them in differently now. it's changed. The understanding has changed. So let's talk about our subconscious mind in this pictures. When I ask you to think about your first car, tell me what color it is. The very first car you had, was it two-door or four-door? And what color was it? What color were the seats in your very first car? Oh, I had to think about it. Tell me what they are. I want to hear all of your cars and all of their seats. Play with me. Get into this, people. Get into it. Blue. Absolutely. And then what color were the seats? Ooh, black leather. Nice. Gray seats. Amazing. Lots of blue and black cars. Blue, two doors. Amazing. Do you know I had an orange car when I was a kid? My parents had an orange car. Lynn, blue, white seats. Amazing. Blue with white. Blue leather. Oh, that's fancy. I love it. Starsky and Hutch. That's awesome. A Volvo. I love it. Burgundy, white leather. I drove crazy. Red and red. That's awesome. Red and red. Woo. On fire. On fire. All right. Did you see it? Did all of you go and connect with the picture? You could see it. For me, when I had to think of the seats, I actually had to physically, like, all of a sudden see the inside of my car. Chevy Malibu gold car with black vinyl roof. Don't know what the seats were. Try going back into your mind. Go back in it. If you don't know what the color of the seats were, sit in the car. Yes, and it was a convertible too. So maybe another thing would be, okay, your front door. I'm looking at the front of my house. There's my front door. Is it in the middle, or is it to the left or the right? Haha, I had to open the door to see the seats, right? You were like, oh, I don't know. But then when you go there, where did you go? Where did you go? You went to a picture. You pulled up a picture. Our subconscious mind thinks in pictures. The conscious mind fills our mind with words, linear thinking. The subconscious mind sees the pictures, and the pictures we get emotionally involved with. We think in pictures. I hope you guys, this hits home with you. So these pictures that we have in our mind, they change our state of being. They literally change the chemical response in our body. So when we're showing good pictures, we're laughing about the cars we used to drive. I drove a convertible. It was red on red. It was, what did we got? Starsky and Hutch, right? Kimber had to open the door and see in it. Wait, did it smell like smoke or did it not? Like, how long ago was that? Because when I was a kid, I'm like, did I smell smoke? No, my parents didn't smoke in the car. They weren't smokers. But you go there. You get the emotional involvement. We were all like laughing in the energy of, oh yeah, my first car, right? When you have positive feelings about something, the emotion and the vibrational state that you're in, emotions and vibrational state. Vibrational state is just the same thing. It's just how we refer to it. You are in a vibrational state when you're connected to an emotion. And the different types of emotion dictate how high or low you go in that vibrational state. So when it's positive, we're all laughing and going back in our mind and it's fun. But when they're negative, they turn to a negative feeling. And this is why you can want something intellectually, but it doesn't manifest. Why? Because you're not in vibrational connection with it. You don't have the picture, and maybe you have the picture, but you're still connecting with the negative vibration of it, right? There's still this lack and resistance there. There's this hesitation. You know, when I was in my business and things were going really well, when I had my network marketing business and things were going really well, um, and I had my first hurdle, the pictures that started to come into my mind were, it's all going to go away. And the more I started to see that and worry for the future, which worrying for the future, anxiety is meaning that I'm projecting worry into my future. I'm worrying about the future. And the more I continually worried about the future, the more my business went. I went from like top in sales to like really low. Strategy didn't change. This is key. I want you to hear this. Strategy did not change. What changed was my emotional state, the pictures that I was getting emotionally involved with, the internal beliefs, feast and famine was there. I do good and then I don't do good. I do good and then I don't do good. And that is literally what I lived out. How many of you can relate to that? Because that's what happened to me. That was what was conditioned into my mind, and I needed to change it. And how do you change it? We change it by changing the picture. So lots of you have done this, and we're going to do it again because it hits home. And for all my newbies here and all of my replay viewers, if you are a replay viewer, I want you to put in replay. We're going to do the lemon. We're going to do the lemon. You can relate. Absolutely. So I want you all to close your eyes and absolutely relax. Okay. Let's take ourselves somewhere nicer than just our kitchen. Maybe we are, I'm on the beach. I'm by the beach. You ready? Perfect. Perfect. Good stuff. Wyona's ready. I want you all to be by the beach. And you're sitting under this table, and on the table there's this big ripe bowl of lemons. And they're beautiful and they're fragrant. You can hear the waves. You can see, you can hear the birds. You can almost smell the salt in the air. And there's these big bowl of lemons, and I want you to grab a lemon, the biggest one you can find. And conveniently, there's a cutting board with a big knife sitting right there. And you take the knife and you slice into the lemon. And as you slice into this lemon, the lemon juice just starts pouring out all over the cutting board. It's just squirting out, like squirting lemon juice everywhere. And you take your knife and you slice it in half again, and you've got these big lemon wedges. Now I want you to take that big lemon wedge and I want you to bring it right up to your mouth and take the biggest, juiciest bite you possibly can out of that lemon and suck all that lemon juice in. Now I want you guys to open your eyes and come back. Tell me what you experienced from that. Had some lemon as soon as you said lemon. Mouth was watering, jaw clenching. The same, yeah. Yep, that's what happens. Why is that? Why is it that you had a chemical response? Why did you have a chemical response in your body to a picture in your mind? Right? We already know. Your mouth starts watering. If you've done this with me before, it's like the auto programming. I just say lemon and you're like, oh, it's already started. I stopped eating my soup to do it and it totally worked. Absolutely. Powerful stuff, right? Your mind, your subconscious mind, which controls the behavioral action of your body. It doesn't know if something's real or imagined. It only has a response to the emotion. And what does it do? You knew. You put that lemon to your mouth and your whole mouth started watering. You could feel it in your taste buds. You could just experience it without it actually being present. This is how we change our behavior. We have to start with a new picture. We have to build the picture of what it is we want. And that doesn't always mean I want the bigger house, the more money, the bigger paycheck. Maybe it means I want to start being consistent in my work. What if you just saw yourself every day in action, in action, in action, in action, in action, loving it, loving it, loving it? If you started building that picture emotionally, what do you think would change in state and then in behavior? Because you're getting emotionally involved with a new picture, the chemical response in the body, the state, the vibration level is going to change. Because of that, you're going to start doing the thing. So we need to start to build the desire in our subconscious mind, and it accepts it the more we do that through repetition. Because here's the thing, your programming wasn't just a one and done. It's not like type, type, type on the computer and all done. It is repetition. Your mind is wide open. It's like a big bowl when you're born. You come out just absolutely 100% spirit, infinite potential, completely no limits, completely open. And then what do? We start filling that bowl with shoulds, shouldn'ts, can'ts. Behave like this, look like this, do that, right? And so that's what starts filling in, is the programming coming from first our parents and relations close to us. And then as we get a bit older, it starts to grow outwards. We start to get it socially. And then from there, it grows even outwards as we go into our working careers. And then by the time we're 35, it's completely solid. And then we hit our 40s and we're like, what the heck happened? This isn't working for me anymore. Why? Because your programming was programmed from the age of 1 to 7. So your beliefs about things don't match your desires. And so you have this deep-seated belief like feast or famine, money comes and then goes. If I get more money, I'm going to be too busy, or it'll make me a bad person. I can never be healthy. I'll always be this way. I'll never have a great job. Nobody will ever love me. But it doesn't work because that's old programming. And the new desire is, but I want that. The conscious mind is saying, see, I want that. And the subconscious mind is saying, but that's not what we know. So we have to change the subconscious mind. And we do that by developing new pictures, new desires. So we can start attracting through law of cause and effect. One, even just by our thoughts will create the law of cause and effect into play. But yes, your actions will change. And this is what happens to my clients. Some of them just want higher desires and they start changing and feeling more positive, and they didn't do anything and stuff starts showing up for them. And they're like, what the heck? How does this happen? I wanted the hot tub, but I wasn't really focused on anything other than feeling more confident in myself, experiencing more joy and love in my family. And boom, there's my free hot tub, right? How did all of a sudden my debt get paid off? I don't know. Where did it come from? I don't know, but I feel amazing. Higher level qualities in you are going to attract the prosperity that you want in your life. Yes, it worked. Catherine changed my life. That right there. That right there. Thank you. Thank you. That is what this is about. Yeah. Yep. I cannot tell you how much this will change your life. Will it happen overnight? Potentially. There's any potential. Christina was my hot tub. There she is. It came. She's like, I got the hot tub. I love when you guys post in our coaching community, my coaching community, when they post their wins. You know, Tina's sitting in her new, her manifesting. She's manifesting a Tesla. And so she went and sat in the vibrational energy of it. Not afraid of it. Get in vibrational connection with it. See yourself in it. Have the picture to relate to so you can get in harmony with it. I didn't tell her to go work harder. Not at all. Oh, that's it. That's how I got my boat. Thank you, Margaret. Margaret with her boat, Christina with her hot tub, Kiona with her business. What is it you want? What is it you want? It is about changing what's going on in the inside, your view on how prosperous you are in all areas. Prosperity is just not the money, it is the joy and the love for what you're experiencing in the life. When you stop listening to the negative thoughts, when you start connecting with something on a higher level, things will start to change. Your subconscious mind is the fertile soil. And you're planting seeds in there. And we've all known this, where plant the seed in the soil and you produce the crop, right? But we're planting negative seeds in there. And the soil, it ain't so prosperous because it has that negative undertone of all those beliefs. Ugh, yuck. It's like trying to plant a rose in, I don't know, on the freeway in a little crack of, nope, not going to happen. It's so closed off. It's so tight. It will not accept the growth. What we need to do is loosen it up. We need to loosen up the soil of our subconscious mind. We need to start nourishing it so that when we plant the seed that we want to produce, it shows up. It doesn't take so long to get to us. I hope that hits home for you guys. Your higher level qualities will attract higher level desires in your life, and awareness is key. It all starts with awareness. And I hope you guys are gaining that today. Type awareness down below if this is speaking to you. Understand it's your habitual way of being that's holding you back. And unless you change it, it won't change. You can't change it by force. And let me tell you, even the ladies in my group and myself still have habitual things that we do that haven't changed yet because we haven't really changed the picture. And we're aware of them. I'm on this journey as well. So for me to sit up here and say, hey, I'm perfect and I got all this down, and no, I'm your guide. It's up to each individual member to do the work for themselves. And as my own guide, I'm on this journey as with you and for myself. Your subconscious mind is the part that's connected to spirit. I love ask and you shall receive. And people will be like, but I asked. You asked consciously. You did not ask with absolute faith in your heart. Because if you asked with faith in your heart, your actions would be different. And your actions aren't different. So, law of attraction, faith brings you back what you ask for. So once you start to change that, what you want starts to come in connection with you because your vibrational energy changes. When you're happy, you express it. When you're low, you withdraw and you suppress it. You cannot connect with high level vibrational things. Money is energy. Money is exchange of service. How are you supposed to connect with it while holding a really low vibration? Abundance, prosperity, that's high level vibration, not low level. And we want to get out of that low level thinking. So we need to change what our beliefs are so we can start changing the vibration, the emotional state that we're in. And when we start changing that, our awareness changes, our beliefs change, our attitude changes, and our actions change. And also what we attract back to us. So we start manifesting on that level. The law of attraction works based on your emotional vibrational connection. Not just, I think positive thoughts, but I don't put them repetitiously in to my subconscious mind with pictures that I get emotionally involved with gratitude. Talk about our visualization, right? All my clients that are on here right now, we do a visualization after our lessons. And we're connecting through gratitude for it being done. Do you know what it feels like to connect with an image that it's already done and the gratitude of already having it? Have you ever felt what it feels like to have the thing you want before it ever shows up? I suggest you go watch Shelly's testimonial up there. She talked about how she manifested the car before it ever showed up. And then when she got it, she was like, she just knew it. Already done. That's right. Absolutely. So we need to quit listening to others who say you can't do it. You need to learn to block them out consciously. We need to know what we want. We need to reject the ideas that are not serving us to get to where we want. And we need to become emotionally involved with the positive, not the negative, because here is the hard, cold truth of it. You are emotionally involved with lack and scarcity, with fear. You are not emotionally connected with abundance, prosperity, and joy. Because if you were, you'd be experiencing more of them, more of it. That was a hard wake-up call for me too. Absolutely. And the more you open up, the more you welcome it in, your worthiness changes. Your worthiness changes from the inside. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. I've felt this. Oh, I love that. I love that. Your worthiness grows. Yeah. So when we stopped connecting with that, you understand you're experiencing it. You understand that you're experiencing it. The brain is just showing you all the old stuff, but you're not going to connect with it emotionally anymore. That's when change starts to happen. It takes work. It's not like easy peasy, one and done. Some people can manifest real quick. Some people can change their beliefs really quickly. But for the majority of people, it takes mentorship, it takes community, and it takes a map, a guide to do it. That's what we all experienced. And this is your starting point of awareness of why the images that you are projecting onto yourself and where they've come from, where these beliefs have come from are important. So in your workbook, go and write it out. Pour your heart into this workbook. Share what you've experienced. Where did these beliefs come from? Why do I believe this? How is it that my mind is working for or against me? What is my undercurrent tone? And feel that shift, because what we're going to do from here is build on it. We're going to say, tomorrow, here are my habits. Shoot, I need to change that. Not by trying to work harder, not by taking more action, but by what? Creating a new image. We're going to work on that tomorrow. And then day 3, you're going to embrace this new becoming of who you are, your internal self-representation, your internal self-image, your internal identity, the undercurrent changed to prosperity rather than lack. Thank you for being with me today. Post your homework, please. I want to see what you've learned. I want to see what you're sharing. Comment replay if you have any questions. Engage if you're on the replay like you were here live. Be back tomorrow as we embrace our habits and we learn to picture a new side of us taking action in the areas in our life that we want so that we can change it through our state, and our state will change our behavior. All right, guys, have a great day. I've got one more announcement. This afternoon at 3:30, join me. I've got Tina coming on. She's going to be a guest speaker, and she's going to talk about her journey here today, what it's been like going through the program with me and what she's learned. So I hope you guys can join us for that. All right, much love. Peace out until tomorrow. I'm excited to bring you day 2. Bye, guys.